So here's another session working on this beautiful U longbow. It's actually it's not that long, it's only 60 inches, it's 5 feet long, but I'm calling it a longbow because it's the shape of a longbow. It's just standard. This is what this type of thing is called, ELB, English longbow. It means that it has a rounded belly, basically a flattish back following the natural contour of the outside of the tree, and it bends all the way through the handle from tip to tip. So what I've done is I've been tillering it and working away at it, and I've gotten to the point, which happens every time I make a bow, where the draw weight and draw length don't change from session to session, back and forth to the scraper from the tree. I drew it was 15, pulling 50 at 15. I made these marks all over it like this, basically from end to end, both sides but not the back, and then removed them all. And yet I found myself concentrating in a few places where it was naturally thicker, like right there, hump in the back. Knot is well, the knot is here, but it requires extra work, and the handle was extra thick and a little lumpy in a couple of spots. But other than that, it was just a smooth removal of all the hatch marks, and except for this, I'm not quite done. And during the stage, what I found was that I was keeping the draw length was the same. This happens every time. So I was 50 at 15, I removed some wood, I go back, I'm still 50 at 15. And you think, that doesn't make sense, because obviously having removed more wood, it should pull further to get the 50. But what happened is that I think that it's a good thing when that happens. When that happens, you know that you're on track, because it shows you that you're removing wood in appropriate places to help the bend, to help the tiller become smooth and natural, and distributing the 50 pounds draw, or whatever it happens to be, more appropriately through all the wood, rather than making some of the weaker parts do all the work while some of the thicker parts don't do any. Whenever I find that going back and forth from the scraper to the tree yields the same draw length and draw weight for a couple of times back and forth, then I feel confident that I am well on track. I initially, I chopped this thing down with an axe and roughed out this thing. This was one ugly stick recently, and I've used all kinds of tools on it to get it to this point, including a belt sander, this Nicholson rasp kicks ass, and sandpaper. Whoops. This 80 grit plastic bath sanding disc. It's just beautiful. It wraps. I do whatever I want with it, but at this point I've switched to the gooseneck and just sharpened it. At this point, it's very important to me not to screw up. I've got to give it to my wife, and I want to demonstrate that I love her and show her how good I am, and show everybody else as well when she goes to show it off. So I can't screw this up. I don't want to make any mistakes. So this thing, gone. I'm not going to touch this with anything rougher than 80 grit sandpaper now. Maybe the smooth side of this file at the knot. At any rate, it's coming along really beautifully.